3 minutes too. We'll go ahead and go live.
Yes, sir. Okay. That's why I'm waiting on the gavel, because you just get started.
Till 6 o'clock.
Ready? Good evening. Tonight is July 11th, 2022, and I am calling this meeting to order. And I'd also like to welcome all our special guests this evening. The Orange County Schools Board of Education pledges to our families, students, staff, and the greater community to conduct our business in a courteous and productive manner, showing respect for fellow board members, staff, and citizens. The board asks its citizens to conduct themselves with the same courtesy towards all staff members and each other. As per board policy, Robert's Rules of Order will be used to conduct meetings. Following the Pledge of Allegiance, a moment of silence will be observed before we begin our business. The board asks that you check your cell phones and other electronic devices to be sure that they are turned off or on vibrate in order to avoid disruptions during the meeting. If you would, please stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
As we begin our work this evening, I would like to recognize that Orange County Schools was established on land previously settled by the ancestors of the Occaneechi Band of the Saponi Nation. This board has made a commitment to honor and respect the heritage of Indigenous and all members of our OCS community, to work to undo decades of racial harm, and to build to the best of our ability a community that fosters a sense of belonging for all of our students so that they may thrive and succeed. Please join me now for a moment of silence. Thank you. Before we have our new and returning board members take the oath of office, I would like to express Dr. Felder's regret in being unable to be here this evening. Dr. Felder is currently representing Orange County Schools in South Korea. She was invited to be part of a delegation of U.S. superintendents and innovators touring South Korea this week in order to learn more about the role of STEM education and workforce development in the promotion of student preparation and educator readiness to compete globally for a world dominated by technology. The tour is sponsored by Area Cooperative Educational Services, or ACES International, and Howard University School of Education. Dr. Felder is the recipient of a full scholarship, allowing her to participate at no cost to the district. Dr. Felder would also like to recognize the positive impact of our District Teacher of the Year, Shannon Floyd, who leads the Strong STEM program at Grady Brown Elementary School. Dr. Felder hopes that what she is learning this week will help us build up and beyond our maker spaces. Dr. Felder shares, quote, "We have to prepare our OCS students for the future workforce for jobs that have yet to be created. While no one has ever been able to say with absolute certainty what the future workforce will be, what we do know is STEM skills, the ability to think critically, be innovative, creative problem solvers, collaborate with others, and communicate effectively will help ensure our students are ready. Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics are pathways to teaching students these much desired 21st century skills in a very hands-on, minds-on way. STEM provides students with an opportunity to learn these skills. My participation will allow me to see and experience South Korea's world-renowned pre-K-12 STEM programs firsthand and bring back strategies and ideas and information that can be leveraged to strengthen the district's STEM efforts to ensure our students are future workforce ready. I remain committed to the children of Orange County Schools and am excited about the learning I'll do and connections I'll make and bring back to the district in service to our deserving children." We appreciate Deputy Superintendent of Operations, Mr. Patrick Obley, for helping facilitate this meeting in Dr. Felder's absence. Mr. Obley, is there anything you would like to add at this time?
Just to say good evening, and as a reminder to all of our listening public, we do have many students that are enjoying summer camps on our school campuses, and we welcome Hillsborough Elementary School students back this week, so please be mindful. We do have carpool traffic and buses back on the road, so thank you.
Thank you. Now I have the great pleasure of turning the meeting over to Ms. Aretha White, former OCS student and current Assistant Clerk of Superior Court, who will officiate the swearing-in ceremony. Thank you so much for your service and being here tonight, Ms. White.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
It's indeed an honor and a pleasure to be able to swear in the new members and some of the current members. And I think I will start with Mr.
Are we coming up there? or-
Yes.
Here?
Okay.
Yes. And I think if you have your own Bibles, you're welcome to bring your own Bible. If not, we have one here. And if you would raise your right hand and place your left hand on the Bible. And I state your name.
I, Will Atherton,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
and maintain the Constitution
and maintain the Constitution
and the laws of the United States
and the laws of the United States
and the Constitution and laws
and the Constitution and laws
of North Carolina,
of North Carolina,
not inconsistent
not inconsistent
therewith,
therewith,
and that I will faithfully
and that I will faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of my office
of my office
as a member
as a member
of the Orange County Board of Education.
of the Orange County Board of Education,
So help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Sarah Smiley. I have a Bible. Yes. Raise your right hand. Raise your right hand.
Okay.
Yes. I state your name.
I, Sarah Smiley,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
and maintain the Constitution
and maintain the Constitution
and the laws of the United States
and the laws of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
and laws of North Carolina,
and laws of North Carolina,
not inconsistent
not inconsistent
therewith,
therewith,
and that I will faithfully
and that I will faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of my office
of my office
as a member of the Orange County Board of Education.
as a member of the Orange County Board of Education.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Now to our youth members, Ms. Ann Purcell. Raise your right hand, put your left hand on the Bible. I state your name.
I, Ann Purcell,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
and maintain
and maintain
the Constitution and laws
the Constitution and laws
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
and laws of North Carolina,
and laws of North Carolina,
not inconsistent
not inconsistent
therewith,
therewith,
and that I will faithfully
and that I will faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of my office
of my office
as a member of the Orange County Board of Education.
as a member of the Orange County Board of Education.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. I state your name.
I, Andre Richmond,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
and maintain the Constitution
and maintain the Constitution
and laws of the United States
and laws of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
and laws of North Carolina,
and laws of North Carolina,
not inconsistent
not inconsistent
therewith,
therewith,
and that I will faithfully
and that I will faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of my office
of my office
as a member of the Orange County Board of Education.
as a member of the Orange County Board of Education. education.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Let's have one more round of applause for our newly elected. At this time, we will take a 5-minute recess to allow for new board members to snap a few pictures with the help of our public information officer, Mr. Kevin Smith. And then we'll all return to the table as y'all have found a seat. So 5-minute recess. That was 7 minutes. Pretty much done it in 6 minutes.
You gotta add something, Rob. That's perfect. Thank you. Appreciate you.
That'll be electronic.
Actually, so on it.
Supporting role.
You're on top of it, Brenton.
To make sure that yours was just right.
Yeah, make sure what?
And make sure his was just right.
Yeah. Is there an excess? There was. It takes so long.
Mama, did I do good in the picture?
Yes. Yep. He's awesome. He's the daughter and he's the
So what time are we leaving tomorrow?
That's why he's
I feel like that's really early.
I think that's what Grace did.
Somebody had to fix it.
Okay, I call this meeting back to order and welcome our new board members at the table. As per policy 2300, this meeting is an organizational meeting. The policy states, quote, "The Board of Education will reserve the July Board of Education meeting to be specified for the sole purpose of electing the chair and vice chair of the board and to swear in any newly elected Board of Education members. The superintendent may request time-sensitive items to be added to the agenda with the approval of the chair. This meeting is not considered a regular meeting or work session." So there have been no requests for any time-sensitive items to be added to our agenda. We have only the single item of business tonight being the reorganization and welcoming our new board members, Mrs. Ann Purcell and Mr. Andre Richmond. Therefore, do I have a motion to adopt tonight's agenda?
So moved.
Second?
Motion from Mr. Atherton and a second from Ms. Smiley. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. As we prepare to vote for our chair and vice chair positions this evening, I would like to say that it has been a real pleasure serving as board chair these past 7 months, working alongside our phenomenal board vice chair, Mrs. Brenda Stevens. I wish the best of luck to our new chair and vice chair, and will do all that I can to be helpful in service to all OCS students. In accordance with policies 2200, 2210, and 2342, our board attorney, Mrs. Eva Dubison, will lead us through the board reorganization.
Thank you. Board members, historically, the board has voted by written ballot, so I'm going to hand those out. And if you would just take one and pass them. You'll see that all the names of all the board members are on the ballot. You must sign your ballot, and the ballots will be public record. We will, in a moment, we'll do voting for chair. We'll pass them back in, I'll tally the votes and announce the tally. It takes a majority or 4 votes to become chair, and if no one receives a majority, then we will try again. Before we vote, is there anyone who would ask that their name not be on the ballot? Okay. Okay.
You act?
Yeah, no, that's why I ask. It can save us some time. So if you would please mark your vote and sign below, and then hand your ballots back to me. And just turn them over and pass them in. Or I see, yeah, hold. Please. Mr. Atherton has received 4 votes, which is a majority, and is our new chair. Congratulations. I will now hand out the ballots for vice chair. Is there anyone who would prefer not to be considered for vice chair? sign it and come back to it. So we do not have a majority, so we will take another round. We had 3 votes for Ms. Smiley, 2 votes for Ms. Doyle, and 1 vote for Ms. Purcell. So I will hand out another set of ballots if you want to have any discussion before we vote again. I'm just realizing that only added up to 6. I'm sorry, board members, let me tally again. I think we may have had 2 stuck to each other. All right, I apologize, board members. I did not open the second round. I miscounted the first ones, and the chair is Ann Purcell.
Vice Chair.
Vice chair is Ann Purcell, with 4 votes. Yes, the last thing we have is, board members, you have in this folder a copy of the school board member code of ethics, which pursuant to Orange County Board policy we sign annually. This is the same copy that's on the school system website in the policy manual. So if you'll note at the bottom of the last page, there's a place for you to sign, and if you would just hand them into Franklin, we'll keep them on file.
first and foremost, I would like to thank Chair Dole for all of her work on the school board, and Ms. Brent Stevens, who's not here, who's sacrificed a lot of time and effort, and just wanted to take a moment and acknowledge that. And with that, do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned. So are we taking a group picture?
We are.
Okay.
May I get, since you all, why don't we go ahead and